Oh my god, so many questions. I am a pregnant digital nomad and entrepreneur, and we are pregnant with our first kid. We actually made it public a couple of weeks ago, and we've been flooded with questions. I've answered a couple of them in this video, and I've also continued a little bit of my series of baby-proofing my business, what it is that I'm doing to prepare my business for maternity leave and for motherhood, right? All of these things that are changing my lifestyle, however, not entirely. We're not going to do things in a conventional way. Here's a little sneak peek. People who are asking us if we're going to settle down or telling us that we have to settle down, thank you for your unsolicited opinion, by the way. We're going to do things slightly differently around here. If you haven't watched the rest of the series, I have been sharing my travels in Buenos Aires as well as here in Florianopolis in Brazil. This is the first video where I'm here in Brazil. In last week's video, you get to check out our gender reveal, so go check it out over here if you want to find out if we're having a boy or a girl. We filmed our whole gender reveal of us finding out. It's very exciting, so go ahead and check it out over here if you want to see some of that and also just what we were up to in Buenos Aires. Make sure you hit subscribe to stay tuned to what's going on in our travels. We have a lot of things lined up there. I've been booking so many flights and so many things over the past couple of days. I am just a few months into my pregnancy, but there's so much planned for the rest of the pregnancy. So if you want to find out what it looks like to be a digital nomad entrepreneur and be pregnant traveling with your husband, then this is the place for you.
Oh my god, this is such a mess. But honestly, it is kind of what this looks like a lot of the time. So you're gonna hang out with me whilst I tidy this up and I talk to you about different things. So this week we actually told the world that we were pregnant. Well, this week, in the past couple of weeks. This video is a compilation of like 3 weeks just because it's been so busy. I haven't been recording much. So you're getting like 3 weeks in one. A couple of weeks ago, we made the announcement to the world that we were pregnant. We went to the beach at sunrise and we wrote it on the sand, and we had so much fun taking pictures and videos and making it all look pretty so we could do this beautiful announcement on Instagram and Facebook. And we had already obviously told a lot of family members and friends, but we hadn't really announced it, and there were a lot of people who didn't know. So I loved seeing all that love pour into us. So thank you so much for everything, for all the congratulations, all the well wishes. They're very well received. And also, as well as the well wishes, we got a lot of questions, right? Because I guess people aren't used to digital nomads getting pregnant and having kids and things. So they had a lot of questions about how does it work? Are you worried about this? How can you be traveling while pregnant? All the things. So I'm gonna be tidying up this kitchen because it's impossible to cook in an untidy kitchen. Everyone knows that. And I'm also gonna be answering some of these questions. So let's go. Okay, so a question that I'm getting a lot is, where are you going to give birth? Or people just assuming that I'm gonna give birth wherever we are, which is currently Brazil. And the truth is that we are planning on going back to Europe for the birth. Why? Basically, paperwork is the main reason. I absolutely hate paperwork. And if we are tourists in the place where the baby is born, then we're gonna have to register the baby at a consulate. And honestly, the bureaucracy, I'm like, no thank you, do not like bureaucracy. I have Spanish citizenship as well as Venezuelan citizenship. My husband has Venezuelan citizenship and Colombian citizenship. Yeah, Europe just kind of makes sense, and Spain makes sense. I have a lot of family over in that side of the world, so it just makes sense for us.
Alright, so right now I am in Lagoa in the island of Florianopolis, but that is not where we're staying. We're staying in this village called Barra da Lagoa. And I just want to say the reason that we picked this island is because it's a digital nomad spot. A lot of friends of mine have recommended this place, and you can tell why, right? Amazing beaches, amazing hikes, restaurant, cafes, the nature is just stunning. And honestly, nature is what I have been craving after 6 months in such a big city like Buenos Aires. We had been considering villages or towns that have more people, that have more things to do, more restaurants, and I was just so overstimulated after Buenos Aires that I'm glad to be somewhere that's quieter, that doesn't have as many options, that if I want to go to a coffee shop like this one here and work from a coffee shop, I actually have to get in an Uber for 15 minutes and do that. And although it sounds limiting, actually it's been amazing because it's just made me closer to like the beach and the lake and the things that I have around me, the nature that I was craving, rather than leaning and crutching on cafes and events and things. Honestly, right now, I don't really feel like meeting people. I'm perfectly fine just hanging out with my husband. I'm sure that will change at some point. We'll want to make friends. But right now, I'm good, right? The way that we are. So that's why we picked Florianopolis. We have been loving this little village that's more local. I haven't met any digital nomads. I've been getting to practice my Portuguese, and that's been so much fun. There are a lot of Argentinians around, so a lot of people do speak Spanish, but a lot of people don't. So yeah, that has been really fun, and also it just makes it even more special when you do come and spend the day co-working in a little coffee shop like this one.
Next question, kind of related. Well, you obviously have to settle down now. It's so great that you've, been enjoying traveling. Up until now, you're not gonna get to travel anymore. Honestly, I've been following so many positive accounts, families that travel, digital nomad families, and I don't believe that we have to obviously settle down now. Of course, we might travel in a different way. It's gonna be harder, probably, but also doesn't mean that we can't do it. So no, we're not planning on settling down. We are planning on being somewhere for 3-6 months for the birth, but I don't think that ties us down to a place forever. So we're co-working from a cafe. And if you watched my video a couple of weeks ago, you'll know that I've been, as part of my maternity leave prep and actually just overall refining my business, check out the video here if you haven't watched it. I have been refining my offer, okay? So my offer for Get Real Visible, which is my introductory marketing agency offer where we help women create reels, create 12 professionally edited, beautiful reels and just upgrade the whole social media game in 6 weeks. You'll remember if you watch this video how I went through the whole Hormozy offer process to make it even better, to make my idea even better. And then you'll remember that I actually sent this to my team to work on. So I'm taking a look at my screen as well. I'm recording this too, so you can check this out. And I am super happy with how it's looking. We really like to create aesthetic funnels, I think with bro marketing, there's so many ugly funnels around. So I'm really happy with this offer. I'm really happy with the funnel. We also made a PDF because the funnel was taking a little longer than I expected. And I really wanted to get this sent out to a couple of people. So in the meantime, we made a PDF, got my designer to make something amazing. And we sent this out to some people, current clients, past clients with a beautiful referral offer. And I'm really, really happy with it. So I'm psyched about this. And if you do happen to be interested, then just give me a message. I would love to work with you on this. Okay, so the next one I've been getting a lot as well is, are you so stressed out traveling pregnant? It must be so hard to be traveling whilst pregnant. Honestly, traveling, being a digital nomad, it's my lifestyle. This is just how I live. So I'm just like pregnant and this is how I live. It's not a big deal. What do I do about medical checks? I get a doctor where I am. It's really not that difficult. I don't see what the problem is. Okay, this next one we've been getting a lot. So we did a gender reveal. If you haven't watched the gender reveal video, here it is. So we know that we are having a baby boy and everyone seems to want to know his name. And we do have a name picked out, but we do not want to share it with anyone. I mean, anyone. And it's for a couple of reasons. First, we want to reserve the right to change our mind. Also, people are just super judgy when it comes to names before a baby's born. So if you say, hey, my baby's gonna be named blah blah, there's always someone who's gonna say, oh, I knew a blah blah once, he was an asshole, right? We don't really wanna have that kind of negative talk. I mean, you can probably say something like that about any name. So we just wanna keep it to ourselves. It's our nice little family secret. And when the baby is born, then that's when we'll share his name. You're just gonna have to wait. You're just gonna have to be patient. I wanted to show y'all my bump. This is my bump. This is me when I breathe out. And I guess it's me normally. That's how we're doing here. I'm definitely feeling a bit bigger. Here, like it feels lower, it feels like hard as well. And just also my little love handles, I feel like getting a little bit bigger. But it's all good. It's all part of the process. Also, as well as the questions, I do have to say that we've gotten really generous offers from people like, do you have a pram already? Do you need clothes? Advice and book recommendations. Really, really massively appreciate it. You're all so generous. Thank you so much. And yeah, overall amazing positive responses to the baby's existence, which is just so exciting because, you know, up until now, he's been something that we love and that the people around us, our closest family members who know love, and now he's becoming something more real that the world loves, you know? So I love it. Thank you so much.
Hey friends, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out until the end. Make sure you hit subscribe for next week's video where I show you Curitiba and what it was like for us to visit Curitiba. Stay tuned for that, and in the meantime, make sure that you are following your dreams. Make sure that you are defining how you want to do things, whether that's traveling or parenthood. You have options. You do not have to follow society's rules on absolutely everything, or at least cultural rules on everything. You get to do things differently, and I hope that through my example, I'm showing you a little bit of what that can look like. Stay tuned. Ciao.